Even though the focus of the title for this roundtable is English law, in fact, you will find that the substance of what we are going to be discussing over the course of the next 45 minutes or so will be as much about Russian law, and indeed possibly alternative systems of law, as it will be about English law, because the real issue to be considered is the extent to which Russian law in particular is now a serious alternative to English law for Russian businesses in M&A contracts, shareholder agreements, finance agreements, service agreements, and the like, where in the recent past, English law has, I think it is fair to say, been a favoured option.
But quite recently, this summer, the main package of changes came into force. Exactly that, the one that introduces the most well-known concepts of English law into the Russian civil code, and now we literally have representations which are called assertions as to fact. We have a model which can be used as an indemnity. We have a concept of estoppel and waiver of right. Once we have realized that until we actually start using those concepts in our contracts, in our disputes in court and arbitration institutions, we wouldn't be really able to rely on any jurisprudence to have a freedom to tell our clients, I know how this works, and I recommend you to use that.
In 25 years, I don't remember, probably because I worked mainly for the foreign companies. I worked for the big business on the big deals of substantial nature and significant value. I don't remember anyone who would be asking me or the party who would be insisting on application of Russian law, or for dispute resolution purposes, insisting on a forum in Russia.
When reading the new provisions of the code, you're not always sure what is meant here, and I think there were some technical, issues that already have been somehow corrected by the new explanations from the Supreme Court. But still, the fact that we now have these concepts in the law would at least help to apply English law into Russian transactions, because no one would ever say now that conditions precedent, according to the Russian imperative provisions, are not valid, because we have such a concept in the Russian law.